Hey everybody, today we'll be looking at 201 North William Street in Ludington, Michigan. This duplex is listed for $150,000 and it's in a 3-star neighborhood. Let's do a deep dive. Hey everyone, this is the house we're looking at today. It's 201 North William Street in Ludington, Michigan. This duplex is listed for $150,000 and it's rooftop exclusive. This house is 4-bed and 4-bath. It's 2,000 square feet, and it's built in 1890. It's a fairly old house. It's in a 3-star neighborhood with 2.5-star schools. It has no HOA fees, and it's currently vacant. It's right next to the water. And let's go check this out. So the house is about an hour and a half away from Grand Rapids, about the same distance to Traverse City, and it is about 5 hours away from Detroit by drive. Let's check out the area. So this is the house right here, 207. We can see at the top it has a fairly large yard. It has a little house right here in between. I don't know what that is though. It looks like to be on a bunch of duplexes right here. This is a triplex over here, and there's a quadplex somewhere. It's right next to 2 parks, Rotary Park and then Orfield Ori Park. It has a football field, a track, a baseball, several baseball, and a lot of tennis courts. This is all right next to this nice freshwater beach on lake, one of the Great Lakes. It is Lake Michigan. So we can look at the street view. Oh, it's also right next to this waterfront park. It's a nice park. Well, I can tell from looking at the top of it, it's fairly nice. It has a little playground for children. And there's a boat dock right next to it. It has a nice area for fishing because it has several jetties that shoot out. And it looks to be on a major a shipping lane for trade, so that could bring a lot of economy here. So let's check out the street view. Take our little guy, get that right here. Unfortunately, no Google Maps cars have gone along these streets. We can only get one angle of the house, which this is not. The house is right over here. It's this one. Right in front of the house is some sort of shopping area. It looks to be a shipment area for shipping things. The garage to the house is underneath the house, right there, so it could be turned into a basement. Or it could be the duplex. I don't know. So the sidewalk looks to be a little old. As you can see, it's cracked severely in some places, like right here. Oh, and this looks to be a garage from above. We couldn't tell what it was, but it looks to be this house's garage. So we can go look at the park from a street view. That's right next to it. The park is just a grassy field with a bunch of benches, but that's always nice to have. And if we look at here, we can see that they have a lot of community happenings that happen, like songs and stuff, plays that happen here. And I've heard that there's some children's things here, like for kids to play during the summer. And right next to it, there's a clinic for health, which is nice. Or it's a dental care. There's also a clinic nearby. Now let's check out my map. So right next to the house, there is a elementary school. There's an elementary and a police office, which is nice. There's several police stations, and there's a high school and middle school right here. They have a really nice tennis court and several soccer courts. The house is next to a lot of hospitals, some fire departments, and it's along the major road of 10, Road 10. Or it intersects with 31. There is a lot of Home Depots and Walmarts nearby, which is nice. And there's a smaller lake right here, which is probably good for boating and stuff and having a good day. It's right next to Lincoln Lake and Lincoln Hills Golf Club. Let's go check out the crime in the area. In this area, there is almost zero crime that's been recorded. You can see that there's some crime areas right here with this light blue, but there is zero recorded crime in this area, so it's not colored at all. But there probably is crime here, it just haven't been recorded yet, like small things. Or this area has not been mapped by Trulia yet. Those are two viable cases. We can see that it's working because we can go over to Detroit and we can see all the crime there. One thing to mention about this state is that it's not friendly to people who are who are trying to rent out their houses. It's more geared for the renters. So it's hard to evict them. It's hard to get them out of your house if you're trying to evict. So we can go to Roofstock. Roofstock doesn't have much about this house. It only says that the last time it was sold was for $35,000 on August 30th. Bet you the person who bought that is fairly happy. That's a great return on investment. And that's the only thing it tells us about the house. Other than it's off market, it only says that because it is a Roofstock exclusive. It's off market to anything else but Roofstock. So on Zillow, we can see the house. The house is right here. What the last time it was, their estimate for the house. They have some incorrect photos for the house. I'm not going to show you the photos because it's really confusing. But so the houses nearby are all around the same price that it's listed for, because it's listed for $150. And we can see that the estimates for a bunch of the houses are close to that. There's a lot of houses that are bigger that are a bit more, which is okay. And yeah, the prices are around the same. It hasn't sold yet, and there hasn't been anything that has sold in a long time here, so that they're just putting stuff up on the market. And so the estimate, the Zestimate that they call it, is around $1,200 a month. That's for a 3-bed, 2-bath. They do not have the full 4-bed, 4-bath in square footage here, so this estimate would be a lot higher. So we can check out the population growth. This area has a negative population of 3.5. So people are moving out of there, not that fast, but they're still moving out pretty fast. It only has around 8,000 people in it. The last time it was checked was in 2014. So there's not that many people. It's a small town. And we can now check out the analytics. So for financials, it has a cash on cash of 13.1 and a cap rate of 8.8. This is an estimate, but for a year one, the annual cash flow, the net cash flow is $5,000. That is really good. This house also has a great appreciation of 12.6. This is this year. The average for 20 years is 4.1 appreciation. That was brought down by the crash of 2007. So this is probably a bit higher than that, but it's still pretty good at 4.1. We can check out the sales proceeds. If we were to sell in 5 years, the house would be $30,000 more than it is now. You'll gain a lot from rent, and you'll get the $30,000 from selling it. So if you were to sell in 5 years by holding this house and renting it out, you would be getting a very good investment. But if you're to hold it for a while, I'm sure it's great too. The cap rate is 8.8 and the gross yield is 13.7. We can look at the analytics. The evaluation for rental for Roofstock says it's about $1,500 to $1,800. That's a lot higher than the Zillow estimate. To wrap this up, I would buy this house. It's in a nice area. It has a nice waterfront beach, and it has very low crime. I think it's a great rental. This is my opinion. This might not be the case, but I think it's a great rental. So I would like to buy this. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to comment what you would like to see. If you have any houses that you'd like me to do an overview of, I will gladly do it. Just post the address down in the comments and it will be in the next video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.